accept Islam coming to democratic country. They cannot accept it. Whatever he think. And he said, sharing, education, communicate, but we cannot talk with them. Korean people.
Why not?
No,
they have been part of our societies
came from different cosmos.
It's not entirely true.
Alien.
No, it's not entirely true. No, I think actually one of the reasons why Islam is taking such a strong
extreme.
foothold.
Dutch and Japanese extreme.
But why is
Japanese cannot accept even American, even foreigners, not Islam. This is one example, good example. Japanese cannot accept any people, even Asian people come to Japan. They do not accept, right?
Mm.
So if you consider for the British people, I understand they cannot accept Islam. They accept European people.
No, but actually understand, do you know the Islam? Have you read anything of the Islam, or are you just equating Islam with radical Islam terrorist movements who are trying to overthrow?
No, person to person is no problem. But if I read a lot of YouTube, the problem is if they're getting groups and local city in Britain, they try to control their own way.
So, but the problem is not the Islam.
Assimilation. Assimilation.
Exactly. That's the problem. It's not the Islam. Islam is just used as a tool to channel your energy, your frustrations into an anti-movement. To say, okay, if you don't want to work with us, then you're against us. So they are trying to mobilize, create an identity, work together, and look for a purpose, and they put that on the Islam. But that's not fair, because Islam in itself is not evil, or anything. It's just like Christianity. It's a belief. But now Islam has become this anti-democratic whatever movement. It's exactly like you say. It's a problem as assimilation of people who are fighting against the people who do not accept them, who do not want to give them a place, who are not with them, so we now call that Islam. But I don't think Islam is the problem.
I think that people accept this kind of Islam people, or you don't have any feeling of xenophobia. But Japanese people...
Well, that's not true, actually. Unfortunately, we do. There is also xenophobia in the Netherlands, just like as there is in
But you are extreme for the accepting globalization, right? Globalism.
Yeah, but we have been doing that for 500 years already. So yeah.
Japanese is they are typical xenophobia people.
Mm.
So they never accept immigration from outside Japan. Abe said, okay, we'll accept,
3 more.
But I can't believe it.
Mm.
Japanese, any people walking around outside, they hate who cannot speak Japanese, right? This is impossible. So this is the same in Britain. So whatever he's talking about, okay, just use assimilation or try to communicate each other or education, whatever, it's impossible, right? So Boris Johnson, he's going prime minister, he's going to do that, right?
I have no idea what Boris Johnson is going to do. Boris Johnson is going to do whatever it takes to get him elected. That's what Boris Johnson is going to do.
So this presentation is maybe audience is just only invited kind of globalism people, right?
Yeah. So of course, I mean, this is it. So basically, he is addressing the people. He's addressing what's happening in Brexit from the side of the people who are on the globalization side, and say, okay, we made this happen. It's not like we cannot just point at those people. No, we also have a responsibility in this, because we have been ignoring these people. We have not taken the educational gap seriously. We have not share the benefits of globalization equally with the people who do not directly benefit. So there are a lot of things, and we have created divisions in our society with extreme politic movements. So that actually contributed to this.
As you know, the Catholic and Protestant war, the very similar situation, Islam and democratic people.
Yeah.
They have big gap.
Yeah.
No compromise.
Yeah, but basically it's
okay. The person by person they get married and they acquaint and be friend. It's happening. Okay, right? This is Jerusalem is the same. Jerusalem is Jewish and local Palestinian.
Yeah.
It's get friend, no problem, right? But they get group. It's very difficult to communicate each other.
Because then they identify with that.
Yeah,
and
identity.
Then you have a
Exactly.
stronger identity. You prefer people from your own group versus people from outside groups, and you get these conflict situations as people going to not only buy into the religion but basically in the group that supports them. So they are going to represent the group and going to make sacrifices for this group, and they're going to lash out to the other group by paying tribute to their own group. They fit
but
in.
then
They're
you know the
protected.
Hungary and Poland, the Italy and prohibit for the non-EU people coming to those countries, right? And Italy cases from Africa.
Right, but the whole situation is completely ridiculous because, like, for example, Hungary, nobody is actually asking for asylum in Hungary. So Hungary is prohibiting it, but what does it mean? Because nobody wants to become. They all want to go to Germany. They don't want to go to Hungary or to Poland.
Yeah, but but Orban is prohibited to anybody.
Right, but actually Orban.
Okay,
look at his own
maybe they're
people.
going to change their mind on the way to Germany, right? So they prohibited to.
Well, but it's ridiculous. But if you look at how many Polish people, how many Hungarian people are working
think
in
about that. Okay, the German close the gate. So it's moving people to pass through Hungary, but they cannot go out from Hungary. So they will stay there. So that's Orban prohibited to get into Hungary.
Nobody will stay in Hungary. I think.
Right, but this is a fact.
Right, but it doesn't happen. So there's not mass immigration. There's nothing. People just going through Hungary on their way to Western Europe. That's the situation. It's a totally.
But,
so it's misinformation of these people. People there, they vote for Orban because they see this threat, but the actual numbers do not support it. The problem is that people do not.
But in reality, they should stay there, right?
Well, yeah, maybe they should, but nobody wants because the life is much better in Germany.
Will they prefer to go into Poland?
I don't think they want to go to Poland. I don't think Poland is not a very attractive country. I've been
So
there.
I think, but today the discussion very good point, and I don't know what. I need to study Boris Johnson, and what he's going to do anyway.
I'm worried about Boris Johnson. He's a politician like Trump. I think he even has less ideas than Trump. He's a typical student who never grew up. A student who never grew up, who is kind of good at debating and orating, but not really about doing all the preparations and all the. So he doesn't really have something that he's fighting for, but he likes to debate anyway. Very opportunistic figure.
But we should study Boris Johnson. It's very important, like Trump.
Right.
So he's going to win, but the British people consider for balancing which one is the best way, right?
Right.